by Anthony, Sophie, and Kate.
Parts of a circle on chords. Chords is a line segment between 2 points on a given curve, and a radius is a straight line extending from the center of a circle or sphere to the surface. A diameter is the straight line passing through the center of the circle or sphere, being the surface of each end. Sector is a plane figure bounded by 2 radii and the arc of the circle. A tangent is a line or plane that touches a curve or surface, and an arc is any unbroken part of the circumference of a circle. The segment is a part of a cutoff from a figure, especially a circle or sphere, by a line or a plane mostly.
So a chord is this one. The radius is this. The diameter is what the arrow distance across. Sector is a segment of the circle. Tangent is a line. Arc is part of the circle, and segment. Some circle history. Many people believed in ancient times that circles were somehow divine and perfect in every way. Past architects used circles in their designs to represent the perfection of God, and the study of circles lead to the creation of geometry, astronomy, and calculus.
Etymology. Circles from Old French, circle. In the 13th century were mostly used. It means the same thing Old English is used today. From Latin, circulus means small ring, and sphere is Middle English. Spira means space. Old French, spira means the same thing as Middle English. And Latin, sphere, meaning globe, ball, or celestial sphere. And Greek, spherea, meaning globe or ball.
The Ferris wheel is also known as an observation wheel or big wheel. It's a structure with rotating upright wheels with passenger cars attached to the rim. The world's first Ferris wheel appeared at the 1893 Columbian Exposition in Chicago. It was designed by George Washington Gale Ferris Jr. as an engineering feat to rival the Eiffel Tower of 1,063 feet tall. The first Ferris wheel was 264 feet tall with amazingly large passenger cars that's the size of a train car. The first Ferris wheel was destroyed in a demolition with dynamite on May 11, 1906. This is the Millennium Wheel in London. If anyone's watching the Olympics, you can actually see it in the background sometimes when they show the aerial shot of the London. So it's like a very large, modern Ferris wheel. This is George Washington Gale Ferris Jr.
Ferris wheel problem. When radius of a Ferris wheel is 14.0 meters, what is the circumference? The solution is circumference equals 2 pi r, so c equals 2 times 14 pi, so c equals 28 times pi, so c is 87.96. Stonehenge, a circular setting of stones that was believed to be built by 3000 BC to 2000 BC, was created by a culture that left no written records. Evidence of cremated remains of human bones material indicates that the area may have been used as a burial ground. Some believe that that supernatural or anachronistic methods were used to build the Stonehenge. Anachronistic means like at a time or in out of our type of tool, like beyond, like maybe future, past, or present. Next slide, please. Astronomy Solar System Part 1, the Sun. It has a diameter of 1,039,000 kilometers. It's named after the Germanic deity Sol or Sana. Sunday refers to the Old English meaning sun's day, and Mercury has a diameter of 4,878 kilometers. It's named after the Greek god Hermes, the fastest god for its fastest orbit. It is one of the 4 terrestrial planets.
So here's the sun and Mercury.
Next slide, please. Oh.
So the next planet over is Venus. It has a diameter of 12,104 kilometers. It is named after the Greek goddess of love and beauty, Aphrodite. It is also a terrestrial planet, and it's called Earth's sister planet. Next is Earth. It has a diameter of 12,756 kilometers. It is the largest terrestrial planet in the solar system, and is sometimes referred to as the blue planet or Terra.
Mars. It has a diameter of 6,792 kilometers. It's named after the Greek god of war, Ares. It has volcanoes, valleys, deserts, and polar aspects similar to Earth's. And it's also a terrestrial planet. And Jupiter has a diameter of 142,984 kilometers. It's named after the Greek god of the sky, Zeus. It has a large red spot, which is a giant storm that existed since the 17th century.
Saturn has a diameter of 120,536 kilometers. It's named after the Greek god of harvest, Kronos, and has a ring system of 9 continuous rings and 3 discontinuous arcs. Uranus has a diameter of 51,118 kilometers. It is named after the Greek deity of the sky, father of Kronos, and grandfather of Zeus. Its axis of rotation tilted its sideways, and Uranus also has rings just like Saturn.
Neptune has a diameter of 49,528 kilometers. It's named after the Greek god of the sea, Poseidon, and was only visited by only one spacecraft, Voyager 2. Pluto has a diameter of 4,548 kilometers. It's named after the Greek god of the underworld, Hades. It's no longer considered as a planet, but it is considered as a dwarf planet of its size because of its size. And here's some of the planets.
These are the planets. So first is the sun, then closest to the sun is Mercury, then Venus, then Earth, then Mars, then Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, which is very small. And this is a video on the comparison of the planets to some of the largest stars in the universe. Nobody realized Saturn had rings until Galileo put his telescope on it. Christian Huygens, a 17th century Dutch physicist, mathematician, astronomer, and inventor, discovered Titan, Saturn's largest moon, and was the first to correctly identify the observed elongation of Saturn as the presence of Saturn's rings.
Giovanni Cassini, 17th century Italian astronomer, was the first optical observer for of Saturn's other moons, Lepidus, Rihanna, and he discovered the gap in the ring system of Saturn, now known as the Cassini division, in 1675. He correctly proposed that the rings were composed of large numbers of tiny satellites, each orbiting the planet. The Cassini-Huygens spacecraft was launched in 1997 to study Saturn. It entered orbit in 2004 and landed in time at, in 2005, the first landing ever in the outer solar system.
So now here's a problem about Saturn. Okay, so it says Tethys, Calypso, and Telesto are three of Saturn's moons, and each has a nearly circular orbit, 295,000 kilometers in radius. The Cassini-Huygens spacecraft, so the thing on the side of it, entered Saturn's orbit in July 2004. Telesto, here, is on a point of tangency. Find the distance dv from Cassini to, so find this distance. Yeah.
So here we can actually do the problem.
So the diagram of this is Saturn. And this is 1,000 kilometers, and this is 83,000 kilometers. So to find the entire distance of this secant, you would do the outer tangent squared. So squared equals this, the inside times the outside. So 83,000 times dv, which, or times dv, which is the entire distance. And we would divide 83,000 to both sides to get, when it's completely simplified, dv equals is 4,964 kilometers, or approximately 4,900. Okay. Yeah. This 4,000. Oh, okay. 4,964 and then okay. This simplified. So
No.
Oh.
All right, thanks.
Any questions?
Thank you. Nice job.